No, this one again. No! I didn't press it in time. Dorian! No, I wanna... Come on, Dorian, be brave. There you go, Dorian. Come on, I'm pressing. Just come here. Please. There we go. Dorian, please drink. I don't know what Dorian is doing. And I'm dead. Okay, this last boss is
time. What's this?
You are dead, Inquisitor. Your soul is dust.
wait, I'm waiting for focus. So I need to use the rift only when he summons enemies. The only other ability that I use is the... what's it called? The thing on my... the LS thingy, I forgot. Please. There we go. Oh my god, I missed. Nope. Come on, come on, come on. God. Okay, black hole, you need to drink. Another one. Jesus, oh my god. Okay, I need to kill mobs faster. Jesus, this is so hard.
Time to finish.
You are dead, Inquisitor. Your soul is dust.
Oh, nice. God, I don't have enough for the reach. Jesus, I can't run so fast. You are. Oh. Oh, those things. Okay, I have to keep my mark. Yeah, I have to keep the mark.
Time to finish this.
I have to keep my mark
You
until
are dead,
those guys
Inquisitor.
came out.
Your soul is dust.
Go! Where are you? No! Dorian, please. Die. need to resurrect them. I can't. Oh, my heart. That was very hard. Ow! The sound effect. Ow! Jesus! You are so scared. Cold.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Canary to trouble me no further.
Solus.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
Yes. You work for Fen Harel?
The Canary believe you're an agent for someone who has taken the name Fen Harel.
The Canary reject myth and legend. If you told them of your meeting with Mythal, they would attribute it to a demon. I am no one's agent but my own. I fear that the truth is much simpler and much worse than the Canary believe.
You're Fen Harel.
I was Solus first. Fen Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The Dread Wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
Attack him, what? You're like Mythal then.
Are you a fragment of what Fen Harel once was? Like Mythal?
No. This is all I have ever been.
And the legends?
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
Hold up. Why did you form the Veil?
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evanurus would have destroyed the entire world.
What? The Veil destroyed the world?
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via Dethara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. The elven legends of immortality, all true. It was not the arrival of humans that caused them to begin aging.
What?
It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves, even themselves.
Damn, so elves were immortal. The elven gods aren't real. How did they become gods?
The Evanurus were elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evanurus.
So the elven gods aren't dead?
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evanurists are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
How did the gods go too far?
You said that the elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. Crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evanuris.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
Wait, so because they killed her, he destroyed all the elves' race and the world and everything. How does that make sense? Maybe he was in love with Mythal.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanuris down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the elven people, even if it means this world must die.
No. Why is that necessary?
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You have always shown a thoughtfulness I respected. It would be too easy to tell you too much. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this. But the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition. Your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
No. Is it really my Inquisition?
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of Fen-Harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
You gave him your orb?
You gave your orb to Corypheus.
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
What was meant to happen?
What would have happened if Corypheus had died and you had recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
But then the evil gods return.
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
That's monstrous.
You'd murder countless people.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you to save your own?
No.
You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
So we are pawns.
You never cared about us. We were the means to an end.
You were people, and you deserved better. Like all the rest I've used in one hopeless battle after another.
What about the Alluvians?
You control the Alluvians now.
Yes. You remember Briala from Hallam Shiral? For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth. One of my agents was supposed to take it from her, but he did not succeed. I had to override the magic personally. The Qunari stumbled upon this section independently. With them gone, the Alluvians are now mine.
Why should I be concerned?
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization. And now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
It's not that simple.
Do you know how I discovered the Canary plot? The plot I disrupted by leading them to your doorstep. The Canary spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition.
Wow.
The Elven Guard who led you to the Canary body? Who intercepted the servant with the gatlock barrel? Mine.
Why did you help?
Why bother disrupting the Canary plot if you're going to destroy the world regardless?
You have shown me that there is value in this world, Inquisitor. I take no joy in what I must do. Until that day comes, I would see those recovering from the breach free of the Qun.
Why?
Because I am not a monster. If they must die, I would rather they die in comfort. In any event, it is done.
You set us both up. Thanks.
So you let us do your dirty work.
The mistake was yours to fix, Inquisitor.
What about the mark?
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes, I'm sorry. We are almost out of time. The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
Oh my god. The Inquisition will stop Solas even if it means killing him. The Inquisition will try to convince Solas to change his plan. I want Solas on my side. I'm going to redeem you.
You don't need to destroy this world. I'll prove it to you.
I would treasure the chance to be wrong once again, my friend. Take my hand. I'm sorry. Live well, while time remains.
Damn. Dude, the next Dragon Age is gonna be tough. If it continues from here, it's, I don't know, man. Or after 10 years or something, it's gonna be insane.
Something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
We apologize for not informing the summit beforehand. We were concerned.
Of course you were! The Canary spies were inside your organization!
Without our organization, none of us would be here to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
Oh my god! Oh, the Inquisition serves Divine Victoria. Efforts against Solas will be stronger but risk corruption. The Inquisition will be disbanded. Efforts against Solas will be weaker but more secure. The Inquisition will serve Divine Victoria. Risk corruption, risk corruption. Okay, so risk corruption on this side. And disband but more secure. Efforts against Solas will be weaker but more secure. We'll solve this ourselves. Our work is done. The Inquisition is to end. We need more of it. We'll keep the peace. We serve the divine, not you. Nah. We will keep the peace.
You all know what this is. A writ From Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval.
Wait, my hand is gone.
I'm proud to say we accomplished that goal. We will honor the sacrifices of those who gave their lives in defense of what we stood for, and still stand for. Because our work is not done. Where we led in war, we will now serve in peace. The Inquisition will act as Divine Victoria's personal honor guard. Answering directly to her, we will transition from a military force into a peacekeeping organization. My own adventuring days may be done, but the Inquisition and its mission will continue.
So he cut off my arm in order to live and not kill me. The mark. Why did she left just to came back again? Over the next several months, the Inquisition carefully gave over many of the duties. Okay, as the Divine Personal Guard and Peacekeeping Force, the Inquisition shrank to a more manageable size. Many who had served went home, though the remaining force was still enough to give pause to any who might threaten the Divine's plans. Those who were served the new Inquisition were tested and checked thoroughly in the hope of everything within its ranks. Jesus, why, with the Dragon's Breath disrupted and of hope of a swift victory dash, the Queen retreated back. Oh my god. Few knew what debates were waged in Parvolan, but not long after the Exalted Count, the Kunari launched new... Oh my god, the aggression caught in there. Please stop! Unstable Imperium God, the winter was on. Jesus! Cassandra continued her reign as Divine Victoria, rebuilding fractured alliance and settling the Inquisition into its... Her forces were successful and for a time Southern and Theta saw peace. Why is this so fast? Cassandra also spent time in the Hunter where she worked to rebuild the Seekers. For a time, the new Seekers remained reclusive, showing no interest in worldly affairs and working to a purpose few outside their world could guess. While Divine Victoria could never marry to others, she remained close to the Inquisitor. The romance, impossible as it was sincere, became the subject of courtly songs about the woman who went to the Maker, leaving the man she loved, but always glancing back and smiling when she saw that he was there. Some believe that the end of the Inquisition, as it had been heralded, the destruction of the fledgling College of Enchanters. Having clashed with the Circle, the college now found itself without support against the newly elected Grand Enchanter Vivian. Fortunately, Grand Enchanter Vivian gradually agreed not to destroy these terrified leaders as a personal favor to Divine Victoria. The two institutions settled in an uneasy coexistence across the south, vying for power. What? Liliana continued to act as the Inquisition spymaster in its final months as an independent organization. During this time, she shared many of her responsibilities with her most trusted aide, including Charter Rector and Harding. Many believe that Liliana feared what lay on the horizon and was grooming successor in anticipation of the challenge ahead. Sarah left the Inquisition with scarcely more ties than when she began disappearing back into the confusing weave after seeing the world brought to the brink of however strange and wrong. A frequent visit to her widow, of course. Perhaps most unnerving was Sarah's standing offer to the Divine. When the knobs piss about your left hand awry, call on Red Jenny to give them 2 fingers. Varric took up the role of Viscount and, with the help of his friend Hogg, rebuilt Kirkwall. Okay. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as the major trade hub of the Free Marches. He continued to ignore all mail from both the Merchant Guild and Prince of Starhaven. With the Inquisition in its new role, the bold chargers returned to taking jabs throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Fighting demons and clearing out the remains of Venatory forces, the Iron Bull did his part to restore order to Tedas. After the Inquisition transitioned to a peacekeeping role, Cullen continued to serve as commander of its forces. Oh, I forgot to read. Frick! Cullen also expanded the Chantry settlement for Templars whose minds were taken by Lyrium, as well as those who wished to seize the Lyrium, and thus chaos reigned in the north and rest of the Divine Lord in Evshad. Cullen remained steady to serve. Dorian returned to Devinter to take his father's place in the Magisterium. As rumors flew about the Imperium fighting, Dorian was spoken as often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Along with Master Mayor Tilani, his former group called the Lucerni to restore and redeem Tevinter, a fight many thought hopeless. Those fighting by Magus' side noted that he kept in a constant communication via Mrs. Crystal. Okay, whether for vital information or for moral support, this talk seems to give Dorian the strength to continue this fight. His fight. After the Exalted Council, Tom Raynor bid farewell to his friends and went to Waystar Fortress to pledge himself to the Bouquet, where he was rarely seen in the years that followed. Some said their accounts were similar. Raynor carried out the duty of the warden, but always found time to help others along the way. Sometimes he served as a shield for the defenseless, other times he spread simple cheer among children with gifts of small carved by. After easing the Inquisition's transition in the Chantry, Josephine returned to Antiva and her family. In a few years, Josephine's parents stepped down and Josephine became the official head of House Montilet. She devoted her time to managing the estate finances and navigating the social world of Antiva. Cole returned to the faith, saying that there was more pain coming and that he knew where compassion greatest he would help. He promised... okay. After the events at the Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, as did elven servants. None could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisition story about Fenrir wondered how just how lost the Dreadwolf's forces were and what the ancient elven rebel had planned. Yeah. Jesus. Why was that so fast?
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
Maintaining the Inquisition, even as a peacekeeping force, leaves us vulnerable to agents of the Dreadwolf.
But also gives us the strength to respond.
We will need to be careful.
Solus knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself. If we can.
Oh, so the next... maybe the next game is gonna be in the winter. Damn. To all of you who play Dragon Age Inquisition, who laughed, cried, and reached out on social media, who made fan art and comics and cosplay and jokes, thank you. Dragon Age Inquisition was a labor of love. Without you, it would never have been possible. Your support and your passion touch us deeply. We hope that in some small way the game touched you as well. Yeah. Bear your blade and raise it high, the Dragon Age team. Dude, this DLC. Oh my god, and the next game, I can't wait for Dragon Age 4. Can you imagine those that finished this DLC when it appeared? I mean, I don't know exactly when this DLC appeared, maybe like in 2015. But now it's 4 years later, almost 5. So, like dude, this... I kinda knew Solas or something with Fen Harel and stuff like that, only by the pictures, because of the pictures that you see when you want to make a party. But dude, this game was a blast, even though it was so long. Jesus, this game was long. Even though I took a lot of breaks with other games and other stuff, and postponed the DLCs, now it's finally done, and I am very happy with the game. Oh my god. 10 out of 10. A very nice RPG. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a blast to play. Whew, can't wait for Dragon Age 4 or whatever is gonna be the next title. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing, for everything you do. Any comment is appreciated, any dislike and like, whatever is appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next game which is gonna come on the channel. Thank you again so much, and see you later. Bye bye.